Yo, what's going on guys? Luke here, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do competitive in Skate 4. This is easily the best way to get points in this game, hands down. There's currently no better way, and if you guys want to win every throwdown you play against randoms, this is easily the best way to do it. A lot of you guys have been asking me for this, so I thought I'd go ahead and give you guys a tutorial. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys the 180 switching. As you can see on the left side of the screen, this is what I'm doing right now. But on the right side of the screen, this is what my friend B-Mitch does. It's called like a 5-pop auto reverting. It's basically like 5-popping from Skate 3, but you're auto reverting every trick. As of right now, both techniques are the same. There is no better technique. I personally feel like my technique as of right now is a little bit better, just so you can do your bottom tricks and nollie tricks. And you can also add in a couple auto reverts here and there to gain your speed back, instead of doing it on every single trick. My method is definitely way easier to do than B-Mitch's method, but I will say later down the line, if they update it to where B-Mitch's spins starts counting as a 360 spin, that's only if they update that, then his method will technically be better. But I recommend you guys learning my method first because it is easier to do, and it'll help you guys get the foundation of competitive down. I feel like it'll just help you out in the long run. Alright, so let's go ahead and hop into the settings. So first thing you guys want to turn on is go ahead and go to the general settings and then the flick it visualizer. Make sure you have the flick it visualizer turned on, just so when you're doing your tricks, you can see on the bottom on what tricks you do, just so you know if you mess up or not. See how I'm doing like my nollie laser flip? I accidentally do a varial hill flip. I'm like, okay, well I didn't go all the way. I didn't scoop it enough, so let's add more of a scoop to it, and there we go. So I definitely recommend having this on, especially for you newer players out there. Now let's go ahead and go on over to gameplay. I recommend having flick it sensitivity set to 100, just because the faster that you flick your sticks, the higher your pop height will be, and it'll just make things easier for you guys. I also recommend having hold fakie stance on. I will explain this later in the video on why you really want this turned on. And now you want your allowed fall height set to 2, just so you can land from higher heights without bailing. This one isn't really necessary because we're only going to be sticking the flat ground, but it is nice to have this set to 2. And minimum pop height amount, you want this on 100 for sure. It gives you the maximum amount of pop height, and it'll make things a lot easier for all you guys out there. Now when it comes to playing goofy or regular stance, I'm going to play goofy because I stuck with it my whole time in Skate 3. In Skate 3, goofy is the better stance, mainly because of infinite popping. But in this game, goofy and regular stance, as of right now, is the exact same. But I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do this method in goofy stance. So if you're like brand new to the game, I recommend switching to goofy because that's what I'm going to teach you guys today. But it's honestly the exact same as in reg. So whatever I'm teaching you, and if you're a regular player, this tutorial will still help you. Your tricks will just be inverted, but it's still the exact same thing. Alright, now this is for you mega noobs out there. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the difference between goofy stance and regular stance. Notice how my back foot on the board and both of my feet are facing to the left. This means I am in goofy stance. So if I go ahead and do a laser flip, it'll count as a laser flip. But if I switch to regular stance, notice how my back foot and both my feet are facing to the right. If I go ahead and do a laser flip trick, it'll give me a 360 flip. But that is because you switch to switch. Notice how it says switch next to the trick name on the bottom left? This means you went to switch, so you are now in regular stance. So try to avoid that and make sure your feet are always facing to the left. But there is a thing called fakie stance. So let's go ahead and go to fakie. This means, see how my back foot is now at the top of the board? My feet are facing to the right, but my back foot is at the very top of the board. This means I am in fakie. So if I were to do a laser flip, it'll still count as a laser flip. My tricks won't be inverted because, as you can see on the bottom left next to my trick name, I am in fakie. This is why you really wanted hold fakie stance on, just so you don't have to worry about accidentally switching to regular stance or switch. But obviously if you push at all, notice how my foot is now at the back. That means I am back in the switch. So that is the difference between goofy and reg and what fakie stance is for all you noobs out there. If you didn't really understand it, watch it again and I'm sure it'll click later down the line. For me, whenever I was a little kid, like 8 years old, trying to learn skate competitive, it was really hard for me to grasp the difference between regular and goofy stance because I was like 8 years old and I was brand new to skateboarding. But if you guys are already experienced with skateboarding, then this will be really easy for you guys. Let's go ahead and go on over to Skatepedia. And there's 4 total tricks you're going to want to learn. You're going to want to learn the 360 flip, also known as the tray flip. You're going to want to learn the laser flip, 360 hard flip, and 360 inward heel flip. Now whenever I say bottom 360 inward heel flip or bottom 360 hard flip, I mean these tricks. If you look at the way you do them, they're on the bottom of the stick. You're also going to want to learn the nollie variants, which I call these the nollie tricks. The nollie 360 flip, nollie laser flip, nollie 360 hard flip, and nollie 360 inward heel flip. These are the tricks that you want to learn, and the only ones you really need to learn for now until you get better and more advanced with the game. Alright, so first thing you guys are want to do is learn how to do a laser flip. This is the very first trick you're going to want to learn. So go ahead and just keep on spamming it on flat ground, and once you get it down pretty consistently, you're going to want to learn to spin with it. I did a 180 spin. Easy. Now on to the hard part. This is the hardest part that you're going to want to learn. You're going to have to learn how to land it in a manual. To do a manual, you just hold your right stick slightly down. To do a nose manual, you hold your right stick slightly up. So what you're going to want to do is do a laser flip, 180 spin, and land in a manual. A nose manual. Let me go ahead and do that one more time. 360 laser flip, land in a nose manual. As soon as I do my 360 laser flip, I put my right stick up to the nose manual position, as you can see on the bottom of the screen or on the top right with the hand cam. Now once you land in a nose manual, here's the hard part. You're going to want to do a laser flip out of a nose manual to a 180. Bang. That's the hardest part that you guys are going to want to learn. A lot of people are going to be struggling with that, and you're like, how do you go from a nose manual to a laser flip? I know it's really hard, but just look at the bottom of my screen or my hand cam on the top right. I kind of have my analog stick up here, and then I just go over like that and then flick it. You see, because you can be in a nose manual and still have your right stick all the way over here. And you can still be in a nose manual, then you just flick it. That is the hardest part for all you guys out there, but once you get that down, you're going to want to go ahead and practice this a couple times. From a bottom laser flip to a nollie, to a nose manual, to a nollie laser. Now once you get that down, we're going to go to our 360 flips, aka the tray flips. It's the exact same thing. Bottom tray flip to a nollie tray flip. Or 360 flip, whatever you want to call it. Bang. 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 Now once you get that down, you're going to go into the 360 hard flips. This is when it gets a bit more difficult. Go into a 360 hard flip, to a 360, to a nollie 360 hard flip. Bottom 360 hard flip, manual, nollie 360 hard flip. Bottom 360 hard flip, manual, nollie 360 hard flip. Alright, now you're going to want to go into the inwards. Bottom 360 inward, nollie 360 inward. Bottom 360 inward, manual, nollie 360 inward. Alright, now once you have that down, that's basically all you really need to learn. So you just want to go ahead and get like a 4 times multiplier, which I do like, you can just do any trick in the game other than your big tricks, because you can repeat the same trick up to 2 times, and then it starts decreasing your points. And the bottom and nollie tricks count as separate tricks. So you're going to want to do the bottom laser flip, to a manual, to a nollie laser flip, back to another manual, to a bottom laser, to a nollie laser. And there you go. Now you want to do the exact same with the 360 flips. Bottom 360 flip to a nose manual, to a nollie 360 flip, to a bottom manual, to a bottom 360 flip, to a nose manual, to a nollie 360 flip, and then land it. And then you're going to want to do the same with the hard flips. 360 hard flip, nose manual, 360 hard flip, bottom manual. Do that twice, and then done. Now you're 360 inwards. Manual, bottom manual, nollie, done. And now you've already done all your big tricks that you can do, because after you do a trick a total of 2 times, it starts decreasing your points. And if you do the trick 1 too many times in the 4 times multiplier, as you can see, I'm only getting 5 points now. So once you run out of all your big tricks, you just go back to your marker and repeat. So now whenever you're in throwdowns, you're going to want to basically go do a manual to get a 1.5 times multiplier. You can spam your kick flips and heel flips, which is the easiest to do. Once you get 1.6k, you drop your score, and then you have a 4 times multiplier, and then you can hop into what I just taught you guys. 1, 2, 1, 2, bang. 1, 2, 1, 2, bang. 1, 2, 1, 2, bang. Then onto the inwards. Bang. See, just like that, we already have 24,000 points. Now you're out of your big tricks to do, so you can just go back to your marker and repeat. Or if you get more advanced, you can hop into the varial heel flips and varial kick flips and the shove-its. That's whenever you get a bit more advanced, but you can learn that later on down the line once you get this method down. Now once you get good enough, you can just hold your manual the entire time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just like that. And if you start to run low on your speed, you can just drop it and start pushing to gain your speed again. Or you can learn the auto reverting, which is this right here. The auto reverting is more of an advanced strat. It's really not that hard to learn. Basically, all that you need to do is make sure you're in a nose manual, in fakie, do a trick, and then tweak your board to the top right as you spin with the right stick. You see the bottom of your screen? And you see my controller cam on the top right? This is what you do right here. You just tweak it into a nose manual and it'll auto revert. I'm not doing anything with my left stick. I am only spinning with my left stick. Whenever I land, it'll auto revert and gain me speed. That is how you do an auto revert. If you want a more advanced tutorial on auto reverting, I'll leave a link to B-Mitch's tutorial. He has a really good tutorial explaining all about it in the link to the description down below. Yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hopefully you guys learned something. I'm not the best at making tutorials. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace the hell out, guys.